Hey, I'm Guy.
I'm John.
It's our YouTube channel. Subscribe to it. Give this video a like.
Podcast below in the description. Subscribe to that as well.
And check out deck.com/ham. Deck makes organizing, accessing, protecting, and securing everything you need so much easier. Look at this, John.
Deck.com/ham for our grinders out there and our tailgaters. Can make tailgating easy. Deck.com/ham. Free shipping. Check it out.
If they have intentionally not put them together so they could save them to put them together on Thursday at the U.S. Open, then I will applaud whoever's in charge of the pairings for waiting, because this is about as splashy as it could get. You could put them together at the Masters. That'd be huge. You could put them together at the Open. That'd be cool. You could put them together at the PGA Championship. They didn't. You put them together at the U.S. Open. I don't think, again, the Masters is as massive gets, but here's where the U.S. Open to me, John, is even bigger than the Masters for the purposes of this. People don't walk into the Masters and last very long screaming and heckling players. This is a different environment.
The patrons.
And so here, I think this would be the ideal place to put them together. It is a golden opportunity for golf. I know. What do you think the PGL would do?
Well, Bryson's the defending champ, right? And skip a year, Gary Woodland, Kopeka had won 2 in a row. So according to my math, just Fresno State Cal Poly guy, the 2 of them have combined to win 3 of the last 4 U.S. Opens. Like that's they always say the U.S. Open, toughest test in golf. Even the Masters is the most prestigious. This is the hardest thing to win. They've won 3 of the last 4, these 2 guys. And now this beef, they hate each other, whatever. If the USGA, I took a couple edibles on Friday night. And I was watching MLB. I love MLB Network because they always have sweet games on. And they always, like if DeGrom's pitching, they show his game. And I'm watching DeGrom. And it's awesome. And he's just mowing them down. And it's like they're throwing Bob Gibson stats up there. And then all of a sudden the 6th inning comes. It looks like he's going to throw a complete game, 1 hit, like shutout, yank him. Now it turns out he felt a little something. But my first reaction is like, what are you doing? Like, this is awesome. And I immediately changed the channel. And I tweet out, these sports, no one wants anyone to get hurt. But if you're in golf, basketball, baseball, you're in the entertainment fucking industry. And to keep your most important thing you can do right now is interest and eyeballs and attention. Now, DeGrom, if he feels, I don't blame them for yanking him. But we see it with the NBA. That they don't care about the consumer. During the season, they're always yanking stars. And it's crazy. The USGA here has a BP fastball. It does not get any easier. Now, I would imagine if you asked both these 2 individuals, do you want to play off camera? Because on camera, I bet, yeah, I'll play with them. I don't care. Off camera, probably say no. I think you don't even listen to them and you pair them together. What are they going to do? Boycott your tournament? Like they're playing. Can you imagine if Tuesday when the pairings come out, like they won't be... It'll have like an NBA, like Kevin Durant type beef. Like it'll be one of the biggest stories in sports.
You mean Kevin's return to Oklahoma City?
Yeah, not just Tuesday and Wednesday, but then you get to watch them play together on Thursday and Friday with all the people screaming Brooksies, and Bryson can't get really mad because Brooksy's standing right next to him. It would be, you don't even need to like golf that much to know like this would be a big fucking story for 4 days, right?
Yeah, I think with the difference between this and any other sport, like your DeGrom example, is even if DeGrom's not hurt, the Mets might have pulled him out of the game. And their 100%. Prerogative is, we got to win the game. We got to win today. The big picture, right? The way the game is played, I think it's one of the major problems with baseball. Your number 1 stars are your power hitters and your star starters. Well, now everyone's hitting home runs, and your star starters are marginalized because everybody's doing tandem starts or whatever, right? So those are some primary issues for the game, but there's so much that's out of your control in the game, right? You can Major League Rob Manfred could be like, call the Mets, like DeGrom's got to start. It's Sunday Night Baseball, bump him up, and the Mets would be like, no, bye, not an option. And he wouldn't do it because it's stupid. You couldn't start him on short rest because it's Sunday Night Baseball. And then the Mets could go, you know what? We're gonna start DeGrom on Sunday Night Baseball. Our owner wants Sunday Night Baseball. It's gonna be huge. He wants DeGrom pitching. We're gonna move him up. And then DeGrom can give up 7 runs in the first inning. You take him out of the game. The beauty of golf is you put them together. There's no, like, well, after 4 holes, DeChambeau's withdrawn because he's out of the thing. He's going to the bullpen. They just have to play together. No matter how it looks, it's a story. If they both play great, amazing story. If one of them plays bad, great story. They both play bad, great story. Whoever the third person is, what's going on in their head, great story. Like Patrick
Everyone's going to want to hear from that guy.
Yeah, it's and they should actually do Kisner because Kisner's pretty public about his distaste for Bryson. But the point is, it's in golf, you are so in control of everything. In basketball, it's KD and Russ. And then they might never go face-to-face the whole game. They might never guard each other. They might never say anything to whatever. There's just, once the ping pong balls, they're like little flies bouncing off the walls. You can't control it once the game starts. Golf's different. Like they're standing right there on the tee box next to each other.
Think about this. When we do a big deal over the NFL schedule release, and rightfully so. Partly we need the content, and two, it is just kind of cool.
I was thinking we missed an opportunity the other day when the preseason times got announced, John. We should have done a live show.
Oh, gosh. We already know the games, right? We already have the home and away game. We literally just find out what week they play, and depending on the time of year, what network they're going to be on. But as we've learned the last several years, that's not even guaranteed if it's past the flex deadline, right? Shit gets changed all the time.
Right.
If I told you, hey, Roger, there is no first place schedule, you guys can do whatever the hell you want. Can you imagine those guys mixing and matching? It'd be like Cowboys, Patriots, Cowboys, Packers. Like they would just set up their sweetest Russell versus this guy.
Some quarterback gets hurt on a Tuesday, they change the game.
Wait, can the Tom play the Patriots 4 times this year? Like they would just try to do the sweetest matchups. This is your sport is gaining a ton of momentum. More people than ever are playing. Anyone that plays public golf courses knows right now. We played last week at Pleasanton at a public course, cool course. It's Wednesday afternoon. It's fucking slammed. I mean, that's insane. I've been playing public golf now in the Bay pretty consistently for 5 years. For like the 3 leading up to Corona, I could always sneak out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Question. You would not even have to think about making your tee time early.
Not even that, guy. If I did run into people going slow, if I was playing by myself in a cart, I can just jump around the course. You couldn't even envision jumping around a course now in the afternoon. So what happens when people start playing? Well, they watch the best guys play. What's the biggest story in the sport right now? These 2 guys. Now, I'm not expecting them to do that. I'm not a 100% no on it. I think there's like a 10% chance because there has to be one guy in the room being like, do you understand how big this would be if we do it? Now, maybe they want to talk to these guys first. I do think it would be, if it ever got out that those guys declined it, I think it would be pretty chicken shit because, again, the whole thing would be then kind of fake.
Yeah.
And that's what I think some players are starting to allude to, like it's kind of BS. Like they're kind of hyping it up. Well, that's fine. If you guys are hyping it up, then play together. Are you expecting it? Like what percent?
Not 10%.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think they're going to miss this opportunity.